on the quest to find the best dere waifu, we must consider one of the most important factor, the milk factor. Now the milk factor is made out of 3 sub-factors. We have the enjoyment, the sustainability, and finally the secret method. So the deres are going to be evaluated based on each criteria, and when we add up these criteria, we're going to find their milk factor, and then only then we can find the milkiest dere of all time. Now, to enjoy a feeding session of the breast milk, the source itself has to be perfect. Every dere can come in different shapes and sizes. So to evaluate the yandere, we're gonna have to find the average build of the average yandere. So we have 5 random yanderes here. And the way we are going to determine the enjoyment factor is that we're going to evaluate each one of their chest size. And you can have 3 sizes, yeah, small, medium, large. This is obviously big. A good indicator that it's big is because one hand cannot control this properly. You're gonna need 2 hands. So because it's big, that's 3 points right there. Second yandere. Now look closely right here. This is medium. 2 points. Come on guys, come on. We don't even need to explain this. Now we got Kurumi. No, I actually thought she was gonna be bigger than a medium. I guess it was all in my head. Now we got Shion, the final pick. Now we got an issue here. This image is low quality. But don't worry my friends, because I have a theory that can help you solve this relativity problem. So think of a road bump. If the road bump is small, a car can easily pass over it. If it's too big, however, the car cannot go over it. A tiny car coming from the bottom of the belly, coming up to the neck. If the car cannot make it, that means it's steep. And what's steep? A big bump. What makes a big bump? A big chest. Now when we add up the yandere scores and we divide it by 5, we get 2.6. Now that we know how the enjoyment rating works, we can speed up the process with the derederes. This is big. Chika, big. Marin, big. Her, big. Lala, big. Damn, that's some perfect scores right there. Next up, the kuuderes. Saber, she's medium. A car can definitely pass this slope. It's gonna be hard, but it's possible. Kanade, she's small, definitely. Mikaza, she's medium. Until you see this image, she's big. Now we got Nano. Did you see that? I bet you didn't. Yes, right here. She's big. And with our final kuudere, Violet from Violet Evergarden. But you know guys, we can't rate Violet. You know why we can't rate Violet? Because she's so elegant. It would be such a disservice if we rate something so pristine, so pure. So she's big. Our final score for the kuuderes is 2.4. Now we got the Tsunderes. First up, we got Rin. She's medium. Next, we got this girl. I forgot her name, but she's medium due to the fact that you can hold it in one hand very easily. Now we got Tora from Toradora. She's obviously flat. Where is it by the way? I can't see it. Bunny Girl Senpai. She's big. And Azuka is medium. Now that brings us to a whopping 2 points in enjoyment for the Tsunderes, but we have one more. It's called the Dandere, the shy anime girl. Komi-san, she's big, no questions asked. Azia, she's medium. Some people may say that's premium, but I say this one right here is also medium, and this one right here is also medium as well. And Sumi from Rent a Girlfriend. 5 seasons, somehow she is medium, and that brings us our dandere score of 2.6. Now that we have discussed all the enjoyment factors, we have to discuss the next important thing, the sustainability of the dere, because when you drink, more gets produced, and when more gets produced, you use stamina. And when that stamina runs out, you are tired, and when you are tired, less gets produced, which means we want the most production possible for a long period of time, which means we want more stamina, which means we want to find out which dere is the most active or the most athletic or whatever we need. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So without further ado, let's do this. First we got the yandere. Now everyone knows the yandere as possessive, obsessive, dangerous. But these traits usually come under a condition. and the condition is that they don't see the love interest enough. But what does that have to do with stamina, you ask? So you see, when a yandere goes crazy, goes psycho, remember it's a mental condition, they will get adrenaline. And you know what adrenaline does? Improves your sustainability. So to optimize for milk efficiency, you should get the yandere obsessed with you. You need to ignore those calls, ignore those texts. And when she's coming busting through the door, that's when you strike. That's when you activate succulation mode and get the most milk possible. She is sustainable. That is 2 points. And you may be wondering, why did I give 2 points? Because the sustainability is a question. Can you last a long amount of time? If yes, that is 2 points. If no, that is 1 point. Glad we got that cleared up. Now we got the tsundere, the master abuser to their love interest. Daily exercise by doing all of this abuse. Now the question is, if the tsundere had a child, would they abuse the child? Little Timmy goes up to the mom and said, "Oh, I love you so much, mother." And then the mother is gonna say, "It's not like I like you or anything, Timmy. Whoop-pow." But if you think about it this way, all that exercise will make them very sustainable. Now we got the kuudere. And you know what? Let me just hit 2 birds with 1 stone right now. The kuudere and the dandere, they are both not getting any stamina. They're gonna be by themselves, probably reading a book. So you're not gonna get a long amount of time in the succulation period. Now that just leaves us with the derederes, the outgoing type. Now you may say,
it only makes sense that they're sustainable because they're so active.
And to that I will tell you that you're absolutely correct. 2 points. Now we add up the scores and we finally get the milk factor wrong. To actually get the true milk factor, we need the last category, the best category. How mommy are these deres? On a scale of 1 to 5. So with the yandere, she takes care of you, she fights for you, and even lock you away from the evils of the outside world. This is an obvious 5 out of 5. Now we got the tsundere. She punches you. Some may say that's been put in your place, but I say that is too much hidden for a caring figure. The best I can do is a 2. Dandere, such a sweet figure. However, because of the shyness and lack of confidence, she may not be a good leader, which a mommy figure should be. So she's getting a 3. Now with the kuudere, the succulation period is such a emotional state. And you're telling me she's not giving a wink, not a single smirk, anything? Blank state? You know what that's called? That's called neglect. And the neglect is not what a mother should do. 1. Now we got the derederes, the best type of figure to be around in this calm and emotional state of the succulation period. She gets a 5. And now we got the final scores. And it looks like the milkiest dere of all time is the derederes. Wait, the yandere didn't win? Nah, this gotta be rigged, guys. Come on now.